The repairs are complete on my new Island Spirit catamaran. We're getting her prepped and ready to sail up the Koh Phangan. It feels great to actually be out cruising again in the Thai islands. The wind was pretty light in the morning, at less than 5 knots, so I decided to get the spinnaker ready and prepped to sail.
Hey baby, don't cry. Don't be such a baby.
So there's not much breeze out here right now, and I need to rig up my spinnaker and my code 0. So I'm gonna work on that. Only like less than 5 knots of breeze, so why not?
It's gonna be alright. We're in this together now.
So right now I got my E-foil down in there. I think I'm gonna find a different home for that, and I'll put my sails in there. It'd be a lot easier lowering them down in here. But I got my torsion cables right here, so I'm gonna have to rig them up.
Yeah, baby, I know.
For the moment, I had my spinnaker stored in the forepeak, so I had to get that out.
Oh, my, la, la, la.
It's actually a fairly heavy sail and difficult to do on my own.
Yeah, we gotta keep this drug, but don't call out. Screaming at each other, way too loud now. We keep on falling
Then I had to find room to unravel the whole thing so I could connect it all.
for the cure for love.
Come on, wind. And the wind's picking up. Sucks. Should have done that before going for a run, I guess. In here somewhere. There we go. And let's see. Alright. This little tracker on this camera is pretty great. I mean, like, I've been out of frame many times for several minutes. As soon as I come back, it picks me up and starts following me again. So this is an anti-torsion cable. So I don't have the proper hardware from Selden. So I'm just gonna have to make do. But basically the cable doesn't twist. So when you wind it up, it doesn't twist, it just winds up the sail. I don't know how to make this tight here. It's kind of crazy.
This was my first time doing anything like this, so I was learning as I went. If you're familiar with furling spinnakers or code zeros, you'll be able to spot my mistakes. I was rigging this more like a code 0 than a furling spinnaker, and it would come back to bite me later on.
Sidewalk, growing in silence, wearing your yellow crown. Hey, little dandelion. Gonna kick your ponies. Stop! You hold your ground.
Unfortunately, the wind would start to pick up.
Well, I'm no expert. I don't know if I did that right, but it's kind of a cluster. I mean, it's windier than I was hoping. So I had to pull the sail up to see how long to make this other torsion cable. So, whatever. Got it under control. But now I got this one hooked up. I'm going to try pull it all up and furl it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have anything to cut this torsion cable, so I'm just going to like tape it to itself. So I got everything to raise this. I'm all set to raise the spinnaker and furl it and all that. Of course, the wind's picking up, and now when you go upstairs and hit that button again, I want to show them what is going on. Thank you, my beautiful assistant. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, watch that furler and that furler. She's just gonna hit the button to turn this furler. It's turning both. Okay. So it's turning both. So I can't. I mean, I know what you're thinking, and unhook the sheet, but it's way up there, and it's starting to blow 12 knots now. I mean, or you know, I got to pull the breaker on that, but it's on the same breaker. And it's getting so windy now anyway. I don't want to try it. So I'll try again when the wind dies down, and I'll just disconnect the. When there is no wind, I'll just disconnect the jib sheet from the jib, This bait on here is huge, so that's where I'm gonna keep the sails. But I can't furl it now, so I'm just gonna stuff it down in here. But I'm gonna stuff it down in there with the foot of the sail first, so that, and the head on top, so that when I do raise it, I can just raise it out of here, connect it, and we're good to go.
A spinnaker is a very big sail and can be a lot to handle in stronger winds.
Hey, little dandelion. Kicked along the blacktop, trying to pump your head up, still you're around. Hey, little dandelion.
All right, we're gonna get moving. We're just gonna head over to the next bay over. It's only a couple miles. Over there they have a pier for tour boats and stuff, but I've heard from reviews on Navily that they do fuel there. Come on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over there and we are gonna anchor, go in and have lunch, and then head over to the dock and see who we talk to about getting fuel there and see if we can get permission to do it and all that. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me start everything up here. So the boat says it's ready. Oh, and good news. After you know, one of my last videos complaining about the screen there, Island Spirit told me that they are in talks with B&G to have them replace the propulsion screen here with a B&G monitor. It would be a lot better. But it says it's ready to go. Let me just check some. All right, I felt that move. All right, we got thrust, so we're gonna release the moorings and get going.
Hey, little dandelion. Count it out, but all night.
We're only going 2 miles, so I'm not even gonna bother turning on the generator. Where battery's at 60%, although we only have half of our original battery, so yeah, okay, battery's at 30%, but we're only going 2 miles, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'll run the generator after that. How you feeling?
I'm so happy because we finally are moving.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It is pretty nice. So we're not going very far, just 2 miles over here to this next bay. We'll drop anchor, put the dinghy in the water, go in for lunch, check out the fuel dock, and then get fuel, and then we'll sail up to Koh Phangan.
Been waiting for it so long.
Yeah, like 10, 11 days now.
Yeah.
So.
I'm so happy to be sailing again.
Yep, we're moving. It's good conditions for sailing right now, but I mean, we're only going 2 miles, so I'm not going to bother with it. So, but yeah. Hopefully we can sail this afternoon.
We made it to the other bay and dropped anchor, so it's time to load up the Highfield dinghy.
Get in now.
The lift is very convenient and makes it pretty easy to launch the Highfield.
I heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old time, just put it all behind. Remember you.
It was a short ride into the dock to see if they had fuel.
When we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run.
I wasn't sure where we were allowed to tie up on the dock, so we just headed to the beach.
Get it off. Get ready.
Where will you go? Won't you miss the ones you know? I'll be here.
I put out enough anchor to keep us off the beach, and then we headed in.
Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in my life.
So the marina here, they can't get fuel till after 5. And I don't like the look of this pier anyway. It's kind of sketch. And we'd be exposed to the wind and waves here. So I think there's a marina up in Koh Phangan. We should be able to get it. But we're going to go find lunch. Oh, Cougar. Grab him.
The smart ones.
And then we'll head out of here.
River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry.
We headed up to the main road and found a restaurant serving food by the beach.
River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're
I got to start bringing my little selfie defense stick with me over here because Merlin just got attacked by a pit bull. Luckily, I mean, I pulled the pit bull off him. Luckily, the pit bull didn't go after me. But he had Merlin pinned down and was on top of him. He seems okay though. You all right? You okay? All right. There's no blood or... He seems to be moving all right, so... Man, that was a little scary though. Big old pit bull.
That's a problem with Thailand. There's lots of stray dogs, and even the owned dogs are never fenced or tied up. Merlin seemed okay though, so we loaded up and headed back to the boat.
Always known you would go find your own way.
I wasn't sure where we'd be able to tie up the catamaran to this dock, and it looked pretty sketchy, so I decided to skip it and we would get fuel somewhere else.
The river runs, and the sun would always shine. When we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
All right, looks like we're going to be able to sail here, so I'm going to put some sails out.
I turned into the wind, and it's so easy to put out the sails on this boat, it's all push button. The main unfurls automatically, and so does the jib. I turned us downwind and we were cruising right along. It was a pretty great day to be out on the water and sailing mostly downwind. Thailand really is a beautiful place to sail. As we turned into the Bay of Koh Phangan, it was time to pull in the sails. They come in as easy as they go out. We made it to the southern end of Koh Phangan. This is the same bay where they host their famous full moon party.
All right, made it here to Koh Phangan. The water's a little clearer here. Looks pretty. Plan now is I gotta have a conference call with Island Spirit to fix the furler thing, and then it's time to get in the water too. Actually. All right, inflate the little inflatable. We'll get in the water, boys.
This is one of the purchases I'm pretty happy about on the boat. Just inflate it, throw it off the back, and you got yourself the world's largest swimming pool. The dogs like it too.
Fall in love like animals.
More importantly, Nika likes it. The wind had calmed down, so it was time to finish working on the spinnaker. I had a good call with Island Spirit to reprogram the furlers so that they would spin independently. After testing it out, I needed to shorten the torsion cable a little bit to pull it tighter. Here's where I made my mistake. I needed to put a swivel at the tack so it would only furl from the top down. You can see here it's furling from the bottom and the top, which would lead to problems later on.
I had showered and gotten all cleaned up. Now I'm sweaty again, but I was just looking at the forecast. This is the only calm wind we're expecting for a few days, so I wanted to get that done now so that we can maybe try the spinnaker in the next couple days. All right, I'm gonna leave these open so it doesn't get hot as balls in there, and then we will go in. You guys ready?
I missed you.
You guys ready to go? Okay.
You will be alright. On your feet, dance with the punches.
The beach was lit up with restaurants, neon lights, and fire shows.
Cut the crap, move to the cunt.
I anchored the dinghy far enough so that it wouldn't get beached when the tide went out, and we found a restaurant on the beach with a fire show.
Life on hold. When you gonna learn from your mistakes. You think you're in control. Yeah, right. And suddenly
Merlin's okay. He didn't seem to be too scared. I mean, it was a big pit bull. It was probably a 80-pound pit bull. It was thick. It was a big fat boy. I ended up grabbing it. Like I was worried about getting bit, but I just went in and grabbed him, and I, lifted the pit bull up off of him and held the pit bull until my dogs could get away. Luckily, the pit bull didn't turn and attack me.
the guest of honor at your own funeral. At your own funeral. Dealing with them scars. You gotta learn how to cope with the monkeys. Maybe you won't go far.
It looks like it snowed on Merlin.
Have a big party and we meet on the other side. On the other side. Don't trade your life for gold. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose the love. Don't lose your soul. Don't trade your life for gold. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose the love. Don't lose your soul.
It was a pretty cool spot. I could only imagine what this place would be like during the full moon party. There would be thousands and thousands of people on this beach.
Soon you'll be the guest of honor at your own funeral. At your own
Thank you so much for watching. Please consider becoming a patron or downloading the Sailing Doodles app on iOS. You get access to exclusive videos, early videos, and pictures you can only see on the app. I'm making almost daily picture and video posts to the app. There's also a chat room. You can get access to my cruising guide. And I'm excited to announce my sailing school is now in the app. 6 hours of video instruction in the app. And now there's a tab where you can get access to our exclusive videos you can't see anywhere else.